More than 100 million people in the United States have diabetes or pre-diabetes, and many report frustration despite their physician's best efforts. Today, we are discussing a new approach to reversing type 2 diabetes with Drs. Tom and Steph Chaney of Living Health Integrative Medicine. Welcome back to Great Day.
Thank you.
Dr. Steph, we have met so many of your patients and heard their success stories, but there's so many out there that still are just frustrated and struggling to get their diabetes under control.
Right. They kind of know they have to take things into their own hands at some point because, as we've heard from many of the patients that we've met, they get prescribed a lot of medications, they get told to counsel with a diabetes educator, and they end up gaining more weight, they end up continually being put on more medications, and they realize, well, something's got to change. So off they go on their own, and they start researching, and they start buying books, and they start looking and listening, and there's so much information, and it's so confusing, and a lot of it is very conflicting, and they just get paralyzed with so much information. And so when they came to see us, what makes us different than their typical medical approach, the cookie cutter approach, is that we really individualize a program for a patient based on extensive testing, very, very in-depth history taking. We kind of figure out for that patient where all their imbalances are, we get them functioning better, and then their sugars, their cholesterol, their blood pressure, and their weight, and their medications come down. But what we found is even though we have individualized programs for everybody, there's some standard things that we do tell almost every single patient right across the board. And so what we did was we got together and we put those standard things that we tell every patient into our recent book, Defeat Diabetes. And there's 33 basic strategies that everybody walking the planet should basically get in order to prevent and reverse the diabetes.
So you've got the steps and the strategies that you need there, but you talk about all the information we're reading. Dr. Tom, there's so many misconceptions out there about what people with diabetes or pre-diabetes should be doing.
Yeah, typically when a patient finds us, they've already been to a nutritionist or a diabetic education class. And one of the typical recommendations is that they should switch from the sugary products, get off of the sugar,
right,
which is obvious. But they're also told to switch from the sugary products to the diet products or the artificially sweetened products. And what research shows is that's not good for a diabetic. Actually, one research paper showed that just drinking one 12-ounce diet soda per week increases the risk of becoming a diabetic by over 33%.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that research. There's research that shows that the artificial sweetener actually disrupts the gut bacteria so much that it actually directly causes an increase in blood sugar. So we don't want to go that route. We actually want to figure out some solutions, and that's why we put that in the book. And we talk about artificial sweeteners. Yes, we don't want to go that route. What would be alternatives to that?
So stay off the artificial sweeteners. Dr. Steph, what other misconceptions are out there?
Well, I think a big one, and this is one that after all these years of doing this, I still have to sort of wrangle a patient's initial thought or belief or misinformation that that fat is really bad for you. And so people are told still to this day to eat a low-fat, no-fat diet. And the problem with that is that if you're taking a lot of fat out, you're putting a lot of carbohydrates and sugar-inducing foods in. And the fats are actually what feed the brain and where your insulin receptors are made. And so a high, good, healthy fat diet actually will help bring the sugars down and also keep you from feeling hungry. And that is still, even with patients partway through the program, they say, well, I'm just spraying a little olive oil on my salad. I'm like, no, dump it. It should be dripping off your face, which is such a shock. It's so shocking to people, but we're so ingrained in this old misinformation.
Right. And that's great news, too, because it's like you want to get the fat as long as you eat smart and eat healthy fats.
Yes, yeah.
Dr. Tom, how does somebody take the first step in reversing their type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, the first step to see if you're a good candidate for our diabetes reversal program is to attend our seminar. And we have 2 seminars coming up, one on Wednesday, one on Saturday. So you can call the number, go to our website. Also at these 2 upcoming seminars, we're giving away a copy of our book, Defeat Diabetes. So free book, free seminar. And our goal is to reverse and help at least 1 million people reverse their type 2 diabetes by the year 2020. So that's one of our goals, and we're going to do that through educating and really customizing programs for individuals.
And if you haven't heard some of the patient success stories that we've shared on the show, I suggest you look for them because the numbers are just truly amazing. And just when you see the excitement in the patient and just what has happened in 6 months, and they were able to get off all of their medication.
Yeah, you can see a lot of them on our YouTube channel. Living Health Integrative Medicine has a YouTube channel, and all of our testimonial videos and some fun informational videos are there too.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, like you said.
Right. Just look the numbers, and that will spark you. But you take it into your own hands, and you work with the people that know what they're doing. But we thank you for making this a happier, healthier world that we're living in. The solution to your suffering, again, only just a phone call away. If you would like to see if you qualify for the Diabetes Solution Seminar, please call 888-514-4771 or visit diabetesreversalseminar.com. There is a seminar this Wednesday, April 24th at 6 p.m. at Living Health Integrative Medicine, and then on Saturday, April 27th at Crown Plaza, Annapolis at 10 a.m. If you qualify, you will receive an invitation to one of the next seminars and the free book, Defeat Diabetes. So don't delay. Make that call right now, 888-514-4771 or visit diabetesreversalseminar.com. This segment was sponsored by Living Health Integrative Medicine.